Hey people, welcome to another episode on Evolve. I need to quickly read the scripture, Psalm 46 verse 10. It says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." And that takes me to today's episode on Evolve that I tagged "Be Still." Be still. Managing prayer time distractions. And I'm very sure a lot of us can relate with this. Those distractions that keeps making noises around us while having our personal prayer time. Dozing in and out. Your mind wandering off. You are in Lagos and your mind is several billion miles away. The noise within. You know, I saw a video some times ago of a lady who was praying so loud in tongues and she was sweaty, as in she was sweating. And an angel and God stood by watching. And the angel was telling God, "God, listen to her prayers now. Look at the way she's sweating. She's praying aloud." And God looked at the angel and said, "My dear, I need to show you something." And you know, they showed a part in that video where God was showing the angel what was going on in the mind of this lady that was praying so loud and sweating. What was going on in her mind? She was in a store of someone who sells gari, and she was negotiating whether to buy yellow gari or white gari. And they showed it in a way that the woman selling the gari was telling her, yellow gari is better than white gari to use for a bath. Oh God. And you know, when I saw that video, you know, I began to ask myself a lot of questions. And that is practically what happens some of the time when we're having our personal prayer time. You know, a lot of time we're kneeling down, but our mind is several billions away. And sometimes you're praying and the next thing, your mind, poof, is busy thinking about something else. And you know, one of the things that I used to do then, each time I realize I'm no longer in my prayers, you know, over time I got the understanding that even though it's a good tool to apply, but to an extent it's not that good. What I do is that I shut down and get up. Once I notice my mind is everywhere, I shut down and get up. But now, thank God, until I have a better understanding on how to shut off distractions. And like I always say, I'm still a work in progress. So I'm not there yet. I'm still working on myself and getting better. Psalm 19:14 says, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer." So what do we do when you're feeling distracted in your place of prayer? First of all, I need you to register it in your mind that your prayers are directed to God. Oluwa is involved. Then the second thing you need to do, acknowledge the distractions. Once you notice that while you are praying, some things begin to flash through your mind, acknowledge it. Do not live in denial. Do not pretend as if you are not having that distraction. Acknowledge it. Then the next thing you will do, commit your distractions to God. God, this is the way I'm feeling. In fact, I am thinking of making poundo yam with vegetables as I'm praying to you now. Commit it to God. Then one of the things, pray longer. Because the first few minutes can be a struggle. Do not stop. And like I said earlier, some of the time I will stop, I will shut down and stop and get up from that prayer position. But now I know better. Do not stop. Continue to pray regardless of the distraction. Then when you notice that this is coming spontaneous, you understand, get a notepad. Make sure that before you pray, you have a notepad with you. List out those thoughts that are coming to your mind. Then go back to the prayer. Then one of the things that has helped is that learn to have prayer points written out. And I would advise not in your device. Because some of the time we think, okay, maybe I have e-Bible. I can read through e-Bible. It's good. You know, it makes studying the scripture easier. It makes it easier for you. Maybe when you're on the go, you're on transit and you want to study the word, you want to pick some scriptures. You understand? But as much as it is possible, try as much as possible to have hard copy of the scripture when you are having your prayer time. So, call your mind back. I do that a lot. Anytime I feel that my mind is going, I pause. I say, for me, come back here, even as your body is here. Stay where your body is at the moment. So, then find tools that could help you. You know, if it is possible, you can create more like an inner room, an inner corner, like a corner in your room for your prayer time. So you have different designs, different artworks, that when you are praying, your scriptures that is pasted on your wall, you're seeing that scripture and it's helping you to pray more. Pray the scriptures. At a time in Passion and Praise, I had to stop some of the prayer sessions. I tell them, any prayer point you want to raise, make sure that it is found in the scripture. And that helps you. To help you a lot to manage distractions around you. Pray with scriptures. Engage your imaginative power. Let's say, for instance, you're praying that God will take you to nations. Try to imagine different nations that God will take you to. That will enhance your prayer time. It will help you to pray aright and be focused while you are praying. Then if you have your space to yourself, learn to pray aloud. I'm not saying shouting. Pray aloud. When you're praying aloud, Father, thank you for today. Lord, thank you for the privilege. Don't mind my accent sometimes. Thank you for the privilege of doing life with you. Lord, thank you. It helps you to be at the moment, and it helps your mind to align with the words that is coming out of your mouth. Then sometimes go for prayer walk. Go for prayer walk. Keep doing this. Keep at it. Anytime you feel any distraction is coming like flood of water, make sure you nip it on the bud. Acknowledge it. Keep at it. Keep at this until you have a full grasp on your mind while praying personally. Till I come your way next time, I remain your host, Olufunmilayo Oloyede. Bye.